Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. My name is Josh Strife Hayes. I play Neverwinter Online and I play a Trapper Hunter Ranger. In this video I'm going to attempt to go through one of the first epic dungeons, Kessel's Retreat, solo. Now this is normally a 5-man dungeon, so running it solo is going to be somewhat difficult. Now I'm not the greatest geared Hunter Ranger in the world. We can have a look here. My gear isn't perfect. It's by no means bad, but it's not perfect. I'm just under 14,000 item level, so we're not talking top 1% yet. But I think I've got enough to get me through this dungeon. Now the biggest dangers in this dungeon are going to be two things. One, lag, and two, being frozen or being stunned. The reason they're such a problem is because they are going to interrupt my rotation. As a Trapper Hunter Ranger, keeping up my rotation is key. All of my DPS comes from having the rotation work in a certain way, and anything that knocks me down, anything that stuns me, or lag that gets in the way of my gameplay is going to be a huge problem. So I released a video recently showing how I play the Trapper Hunter Ranger, and this video is just going to confirm all the tactics I talked about. So let's take out these guys first of all. I want to try and avoid being in the middle of the damage if I possibly can. Sometimes that's impossible to avoid. Soon as... yeah, there we go. See, they're all stunned over that. Beautiful. That's my Ring of the Cursebringer. Stunning everything. I'm effectively like a sheepdog. I'm going to try and round all these guys up, keep them all together. When they're all kind of corralled together, I'm able to take them all down. I don't treat groups of enemies like groups of enemies. I want to try and treat them like one enemy. If I can get them all standing in the same place, because all of my attacks are AoE, they're all area of effect, I can actually just treat them as one, because one attack is going to hit everything. Like that guy over there. That guy there, the Skeletal Frost Giant, I'm just going to focus on killing him. All the other enemies are going to come to me. So I'm going to stun him and leave him over there. Hit him with these several attacks and just focus on him. Dodge behind him so I don't get hit. And now every other attack, as long as I keep focusing on him, all the enemies are just going to walk into me. Now you'll notice when he did that big red AoE on the floor, I was just on the edge, turned to face him and pressed 2 to do my daily Disruptive Shot. The reason I did that was because Disruptive Shot actually pushes me back very slightly. So I can afford to be right on the very edge of a red circle, aim at an enemy in the circle, fire Disruptive Shot, and it will push me out the circle and do damage to the enemy at the same time. Okay, the most dangerous thing in this area is the Deathlock White over there. So full focus, dodging just to get past the first attack, and corralling every enemy together if I can, just to get them all in a group. Don't have to treat them like multiple enemies then. I can just imagine I'm fighting one thing with many limbs, if that makes sense. That's all I'm trying to do. Fighting one many-limbed enemy, staying out the red as much as you can. It's going remarkably well so far. I'm making sure I don't fall into a false sense of security. If I'm making this look easy, it's just because I'm really focusing on this. I'm really trying to make this work. So these two giants in front of me, these could be an issue. They have a huge attack where they bring their axe back and smash it on the floor. If that hits me, it knocks me onto the floor, knocks me prone, takes about half my health bar off straight away, and interrupts my rotation. That's the big issue. So I'm going to Cordon of Arrows. They'll walk forward because the actual freezing doesn't stop. I'm going to dodge straight through both of them. You see I've dodged all the way over here. I want to try and get these guys... if I can make them spend all their time travelling instead of attacking, I'm going to avoid most of what they can do. Yeah, see, all their time, as soon as he swings his axe back, behind him again. Get behind him, make them spend their time moving instead of attacking me. I've got, as a Hunter Ranger, so many dodges. I really want to use that to my advantage. And I think one of the campaign boons I got as well actually gives me more power the lower my stamina is. So the more I dodge, the better position I'm in to do damage. I'm a glass cannon build right now. Now I happen to know that some enemies are going to come around that corner over there. So I'm going to stick down. You'll see there we've already got them. It's a catch-22 with my DPS. I want to run into the middle of a group of enemies and I want to hit all of them with plant growth. Unfortunately, I am a glass cannon, which means if I run into the middle of a group, and that group get lucky and they all hit me at exactly the same time, I'm going to die. I've got almost no survivability in this build. I survive through lifesteal and through not being hit. So as soon as I get close to a group of enemies, you'll notice I get in, I do my thing as fast as possible, and I dodge out. But while I'm in them, watch my health bar. You'll see it drop to almost nothing. Okay? Look at that. See, my health went all the way down, and I was only saved by my lifesteal. If I stay in the middle of a group of enemies, I'll die. This is a hit and run tactic. Hit and run. It just helps that the hit I have access to is very, very powerful. So get in, root them, get out. I used Slash's Mark there as a dodge. I realised I was in the middle of a group of enemies. I had Slash's Mark the daily up. They were all about to hit me, so I decided to use it. Use the immunity frames it grants me. Get out the red. Get close enough to hit this guy here. Now the next room we're about to enter into is, without a doubt, apart from the boss, the most dangerous room. This room. Okay, because if there's even a second of lag here, those bears, the bear riders, they're going to converge on me and they're going to do serious damage. Now I need to take this guy, Svanhildur. He is the big problem. But as soon as I attack him, dodge out the way, dodge quite a bit. I'm going to get it. I might even use my... Ooh, in the red there. Might even use my Lantern of Revelation here, just to make everything slightly... You'll notice how my health is going up and down like crazy. I don't really have time to worry about it too much. I get most of my health back from doing damage. So there's the Soul Forge firing off. Okay. Soul Forge saved me just then. I said any kind of interruptions is going to be a problem. Soul Forge saved me once. It won't save me again for a few moments. So get rid of these bears. Use my Slash's Mark to get close to them. Okay, once it's down to one guy, I'm okay. Once it's down to one guy, absolutely fine. No problem at all with you. As soon as I know, I can just focus on one person. Whew, that was close. And you know what? I've never actually taken a moment to look, but that's like a huge mining shaft. That's cool. Right, we're going to wait a sec just for Soul Forge to come back up, because occasionally I do need to be saved by that. I'm only running a lesser Soul Forge, by the way. Look at that. See, it's just a lesser Soul Forge. I don't care about the health it gives me. I care about the fact that it can get me up instantly. I've considered changing it to a Bark Shield or to a Negation, but Soul Forge seems to do exactly what I want. Now these guys here explode when they die. So I want to be absolutely nowhere near them when they die, because the explosion will freeze me and will do damage. It's the freezing that I'm most concerned about. But we'll actually see when we fight Akar Kessel in a second that freezing is something we can turn to our advantage. See, I dodged out the red there by being on the very edge and pressing number 2. I'll try and do it again if I can. No, it's not quite cooled down yet. So we've got rid of both these guys. Now Akar Kessel, here's the boss. We've got a couple of things we need to worry about. First of all, he's got 2 huge beholders either side of him. If you played D&D pen and paper, you know how annoying beholders can be. The beholders are going to do some damage to me, do some AoE, just generally be annoying ads. The big problem is they won't trigger my cordon of arrows, because my cordon of arrows is on the floor. They float above the floor, therefore they won't trigger it. They will, however, keep attacking me. If I can get these beholders down to low HP, they actually ignore me and start attacking Akar Kessel. They start attacking their own master. It sounds like a really nice strategy. Oh, just, you know, kill the beholders until they're almost dead. It doesn't quite work with me, because all of my attacks hit everything. So when the beholders are almost dead, they will very soon be actually dead. So that's not really a strategy I can use. I'm just going to try and kill them as fast as possible. Akar will then summon some of the golems, the ones we've just fought. If I can kill those golems and make them explode when they die, next to Akar Kessel, he will take damage. It's a lovely little boost. I'm going to try and go for that. The biggest problem we're going to face is Akar Kessel sends out these kind of black and blue balls of energy. And if you get hit by them, yeah, you take damage, but it also locks me down, as in I can't change stance, I can't use encounter powers, I can't attack. And being locked down as a trapper takes away, you know, all of my utility, all my use. So I've got to avoid those balls of energy as much as I can. Here we go. Let's give it a go. You'll know this is the first time I've done it because we'll get the little intro cinematic. I'm not using editing tricks in this video. I'm trying to go through in one go for you. I might not be talking as much during this section because I've still got to pay attention. I'm going to drink 2 potions immediately as soon as we get in. So we're not in combat yet, so I should be able to drink both. 1, 2, ace. Here we go. Dodge straight away. See, that's the energy ball I need to dodge. Whoa, frozen already. Okay, being frozen is a big problem here. There's the energy balls. You can't even dodge through it as easily. If I can get number... Oh, come on, if I can fire off my artifact, I'll be in a better position straight away. Now, I'm going to have to do a lot of damage very quickly because almost all of my health is going to come back from lifesteal here. Okay. Almost all... Yep, locked down again. It's only a second or two that it locks you, but fortunately that second is essential in my rotation. I need it. If I don't have that second, the whole thing falls out of whack. Okay, there are the golems. They've just spawned. So see what I can do. If I can root the golems next to Akar Castle and have them explode. Watch them now. They'll explode. He'll take some damage. Yes. Oh, and we freeze him. Perfect. This lets me get the rotation off as fast as possible. There we go. You see how that worked? We got it off a lot quicker. Jump in with Slasher's Mark. That gets my plank growth back. Almost dodged into the danger ball there. This is nice. I've got nothing to worry about apart from him now. Smacking this keyboard as fast as I possibly can. Changing stance and using every encounter power as soon as it's available. Let's fire off my Lantern of Revelation just to give myself a little advantage. Dodge. I pretty much stood right in the spawn of all of those energy balls then. Now it's just him. I've not got too much to worry about. It's kind of... I'm not saying I can stop paying attention, but I'm nowhere near as worried. My keyboard is quite close to my microphone, so if you can hear the smashing of keys, this is how fast you have to play a Hunter Ranger. You don't get a second to wait. You don't get to just hold left click and be happy. You've got to keep pushing. And that is how you solo Kessel's Retreat as a Hunter Ranger. Let's just have a look at some of the points. So, 69 million damage, very close to 70. I took 2.1 million damage myself, which is impressive because I've only got 145k health, which is not a lot, so I died many a time in there. What else happened? I died once, healed myself for 2.3 million entirely from lifesteal, and killed exactly 50 things. Let's see if anything was good in the chest. Anything good? It won't be. Nope, there will be nothing good over here, but we got some salvage. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you solo Kessel's Retreat as a Trapper Hunter Ranger. Go forth and do likewise. Thank you very much for your time. I will see you in game, twitch.tv/Josh Strife Hayes. Take care.